some crazy stuff happened this morning.
What happened?
So we bought this home back in July, I believe,
It's
right?
June.
June?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing about like buying a house, a lot of people start coming and knocking, and they're trying to sell you services,
Uh huh.
you know. So that guy, he came to knock, and I remember no one was home at the time, but I answered to like the Google Home thing, and it was like funny because the first thing he said was, "Hey, do you know like the history of this house?"
Uh huh.
And I was like, "No, is it bad?" And he was like, "I mean, like I guess like however you take it." And so technically the neighbor had told him that like my home was a crack house, you know?
Uh huh.
And then that the neighbor in the front had told him like it's a crack house. And that was the first time I was like finding out my house was a crack house.
The house was like a trap house or crackhead house, whatever you
Yeah,
called it.
so when the neighbor came to like say hi to us, he kind of
Mhm.
like gave us like the backstory how like the people who owned this house back then, they were white people and they were racist and
Mhm.
like a lot of things that like at 4 a.m. he'd come out and both of them were like on the roof like doing their shenanigans, you know what I
Uh
mean?
huh.
So then I didn't really think much of it because of the time that like the person who bought this home had with it because it was like obviously renewed and like you know so then I was like, oh, I think we might be like chilling, like nothing's gonna happen, no one's gonna come knocking.
Mhm.
But today I literally I woke my mom up and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to Target. And she's like, okay, like let me come with you. She starts getting ready and I sit on my couch, but then I hear like the doorbell.
Mhm.
I'm just like, what? Like it's hella early for someone to be knocking on my door, like, like I wonder who it is. So I go and like my door has somewhere where like you could peek, like there's like a
The
little
people.
window, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I look and there's someone like talking to my mom's birds. Yeah,
Uh huh.
right? So then I open the door and this lady is like, oh, like does so and so live here? Like they're my friends, I'm looking for them.
Uh huh.
And I was like, no, like we bought this house. Like none of
Uh
them live
huh.
here. And then she goes on and says, "Can you give me the address to this house?" And I was like, "For what?"
Mhm.
You know? And I think she says, "Well, I need to make sure like my friends aren't in danger." You know?
Uh huh.
I was like, "No, like they're not. Like, like go."
Uh huh. Yeah.
And then I'm peeking through my living room window because this person isn't well, and my
Mhm.
mom's birds were outside. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't want her like messing anything up. So then she comes back and she knocks on the door and she's like, "Excuse me, um, like what's your race? Because it matters." And I was like, "Why does that matter?"
Uh huh.
And she took a chug of her like alcohol bottle.
Damn. You didn't ask for some?
Nah, nah.
Y'all
It looked
probably
like
had a
she
good
didn't
time.
brush her teeth, so I didn't want to risk it.
Alright.
But bro, like, kid you not, she's like, "Well, you look Asian."
You kind of do.
Yeah, I've
Kind of
gotten
do.
it before, even at a nail salon, you know.
You kind of do.
So, um, she's like, "You look Asian," and I was like, "No, I'm not." And then she goes, "You're Hispanic," and I was like, "No, I'm white." Dude, and she got hella offended. Like, "I know you're not white." Like, started cussing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She goes in the street and she's like, "I know you're my age. Like, I know you're my age. Come outside. Like, let's catch the fade."
Damn. Ain't no. She really said catch a fade, or she
Yeah.
just like let's just
No, no,
get
no.
like
Like,
let's
let's
fight.
catch the fade.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at her like through like at my door. Like, I'm still standing outside. And I'm like, just get out of my property, please. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Mhm.
So, um, she like walks off all upset, and then I see her like pacing back, and I see that she throws like three pieces of paper on the front yard,
Mhm.
and then she walks back the other way, and she's like talking, but she's not talking to anybody. So then I went to go be like an investigator, and I grabbed those three pieces of paper because I'm like, okay, what if she like left like her a little like paper so she knows like, oh, this is where I was. You get me? Like if she comes back to the house, she's gonna look for the paper and she's gonna be like, oh, like here's the paper, this is the house. You know what I
Uh,
mean? So I went to go pick up the trash, and like she had wrote something. The note, it's three pieces of paper. There's one missing piece,
uh,
and it just technically says like ha k lol, but it's like it's a note. Like I don't know, bro. And then
what if that?
what?
Cause what if it's like the Annabelle thing? You know, when Annabelle writes on a piece of paper, come out and play or something like
Oh yeah, you're dumb, bro.
that. Just a little bit.
Nah, but that ass like it was just like what the hell moment.
Uh huh.
Like I was like in disbelief because I thought we were chilling, to be real.
That is crazy, bro. It's
Yeah.
always something. I remember last time you told me about like someone trying to break into your guys' car, or kind of did,
Yeah, there was someone who
but
broke in. I mean, it's just
yeah, I don't know. Y'all gotta, you guys report it.
no, I didn't report it because I'm just like, like she's not well. So,
Alright, but maybe like not even like a 911, but probably just to like the local.
like authorities.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just so they already have like I would assume like maybe something on file in case something would happen.
Yeah,
Hopefully nothing does.
yeah,
But so they already have like something. You get me?
yeah.
But
No, I was like contemplating on calling, but like I was just
I
like,
mean,
she's
because it's
gonna
not
go
really
away
much of
quick.
a big emergency. I would doubt that they would come out like quick like that or anything like that.
No, yeah.
So, but I mean, like I said, just like to report.
And it was like crazy because like she was like saying all of these things like
Yeah,
trying to insult or whatever.
yeah. She probably wasn't.
Yeah, she was for sure like not in the right
Hmm.
mindset. But like before she like walked off, she like talks to the birds again and she's like,
Cute birdies. Hell yeah.
and then she goes off in the street and she's like calling me out. She's calling me Asian. Like she's like,
You're not legally allowed to be here. You know why? Because you drive Honda. Oh, you can see me now? You talking a little bit?
I was like, what?
What's wrong with the Honda?
Exactly.
Ain't no way she's trying to hate on the Rari,
Yeah.
bro.
But she was saying all that stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Like
crazy.
I think that was like the craziest part of my day. But at the same time, it's like, I.
That's funny. Well, it's not funny, but I think it's pretty. It almost goes to like I'm like a firm believer on like things kind of happen for a reason.
Hmm.
Because I was already out here with you, but I was
Yeah.
at the gym. Imagine if we would have been at the gym.
If that
Because
happened, then my mom was
I
like,
wasn't here yet,
yeah.
And then yeah, maybe that's like why you kind of missed out on hitting the gym with me. But
Yeah, I'm for sure like,
yeah, but that's
yeah, I would have
crazy
been
though.
hella upset if I wasn't here and my mom was like alone.
Yeah.
Like I would fear for her safety.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, hopefully your mom wouldn't open the door.
Nah, I just.
You haven't thought about maybe getting like one of those like gate doors or whatever
Yeah,
it
so we
is.
want to get a fence, but like later on. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it happened. Hopefully, that person doesn't come back or
Hmm.
like if we had a crack house, it's not surprising that we're seeing crackheads come and knock
Hmm.
on the door. You know what I mean? And I feel like they might be upset because of, whatever this house was.
Yeah.
Because like even in pictures, like you could tell, bro, like the difference of it back then
And
and
now?
now, like hella different. But like I said, like we didn't like before we bought this house and before like we thought about it, we didn't know the history of it until we moved in and the neighbors like shared.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I feel like I live peaceful and like we just ran into something crazy today.
Yeah. It is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.